city, capital of Peru. For thousands of years, people have thrived in these arid lands. The Incas once reigned here, and before them the ancient Wari, whose palaces rise above the city still to this day. Built on a desert, modern Lima is one of the driest megacities in the world. 10 million people live here, but as the population continues to explode, the aquifers and rivers that feed the city are running dry. To solve the crisis, a new generation is rediscovering the secrets of their ancestors and learning to live with water's natural rhythms and ways. Two miles high in the Andes Mountains, the people of San Pedro de Casta are celebrating La Fiesta del Agua, the Festival of Water. For 5 days and nights, the people give thanks for the gift of water to the mother goddess of the Andes, Pachamama.
Rain season is about to start, and here the Fiesta del Agua, the celebration, is about receiving the rain properly. People in the Andes have been doing it for centuries, because without this water, we all die, no? They call it their mother. And there's this thing about crianza, about raising, about care, that you have to take care of the water raises you, and you raise the water. And it's our family. It's joyful because it's been dry. It's been dry here, and it's about to rain. People are gonna have more water. Water is abundance, and it is life. That's where the joy comes from.
Cantamos al agua porque el agua es vida.
Hoy quiero cantar, Juanina, en honor de tus agüitas cristalinas.
Y por eso le cantamos con nuestro pañuelito, significa las flores, y ese es las flores del agua del que regamos. Y también el pañuelo significa alegría para nosotros. Y limpiamos la acequia para que venga el agua, el canal. Ahí donde venimos limpiando, bailando, balinando, alegrándonos para que los ayllus, nuestros antiguos que necesitan esa alegría.
Levantemos pañuelitos, celebrando champerito. ¡Opa!
Vered Engelhard and her friends run the not-for-profit Water Sowing and Harvesting Association. They have come here to learn the unique awareness that people have developed over centuries about how water moves and flows.
I think a lot of people in my generation are looking for that kind of work. I remember in 2020, I get a phone call from my friend Ariana Valcárcel, who told me, hey, we're starting the coolest thing. I mean, she was so excited, and I joined full of hope and full of energy. I've been trying to connect with the territory and the people that care for it for a long time, and listening to the forms of knowledge is for me huge.
Don Gregorio Rios is among the few who know the ancient ways of treasuring and preserving water that have been handed down for generations.
Entonces, ¿alguna pregunta?
Sí, ¿de dónde viene el agua? De acá.
Esta agua viene de esas alturas, de las alturas con el plan de siembra de agua.
In the high Andes, what little rain falls is as precious as gold. Over hundreds, perhaps thousands of years, the people have generated a unique method of managing water. It is called the amuna, which means to retain. Any rain that falls on the mountain peaks is captured in ponds from where it is channeled downhill through hand-cut canals. At special basins, these canals stop and the water is allowed to soak into the soil. From here, the water moves on, underground, slowly weaving around rocks and through soil until suddenly it gushes out far below in a fresh mountain spring. The pure crystal water is harvested again in another canal, and the whole process repeats until the water arrives where the people need it, far down the mountainside.
The really fascinating thing is that they know which infiltration basin feeds which spring. So they have a sense of where the water is moving underground. Like they have a picture of the underground movement of the water in their minds.
That's what sewing is about. One has to know these points, and it's through an intimate contact with the mountain that you start knowing where and which interventions to do. And this is something we learned from Gregorio Rios. We learned by walking the mountain. We start seeing things different. We start learning how to see what he sees.
¿Qué han hecho los pre-incas? Se han dado cuenta que almacenando agua en esas amunas, 2, 3 meses, un poco más, sale el agua más abajo. Los notables, los residentes de acá de este lugar lo saben. Es una obligación natural, ¿no? Y necesaria, indispensable para recuperar este medio. Ahora lo que queremos es que crezca más.
Water scientists have discovered that the amuna were first developed by the pre-Incan Wari people well over 1,000 years ago to feed water all the way down from the high Andes to the desert plains where they built the original city of Lima. Now Vered and Don Gregorio, in collaboration with the local government and NGOs, are upgrading the amuna system so that it can channel far greater quantities of water down through the mountain. And combined with modern water infrastructure, they aim to fill the aquifers and rivers of Lima City once again.
Ahorita la mayoría de las capitales están tomando agua coloreada, agua dosificada, agua tratada. Entonces, eso es lo que no quisiéramos que siga. Vamos a recuperar para que algún día esas ciudades tomen el agua como nosotros tomamos. Agua limpia, agua pura, agua cristalina, no contaminada, no agua natural.
The association is about the meaning of worlds, is about conjoining traditional knowledge with modern technologies. And it's also about convincing bigger financial institutions, bigger NGOs, the government, that water has a spirit, that water can teach us, and that it's our family.